So we can start with prayers. Oh, you're able to see my screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Welcome to Bhagavad Gita class for Madhava kids 11 and above. We are discussing the 108 important shlokas of Bhagavad Gita and a little bit from the purport, how to understand and apply it. Okay, so let's start with prayers, seeking the blessings of our Guru, Srila Prabhupada, the Vaishnavacharyas, and Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaham. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbhishta Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta. So we will all chant 21 times of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, praying for all the devotees who are suffering with COVID and also all the living entities in this world, and praying that may Krishna forgive us for all our offenses and all of us can follow Krishna's instructions, please him. And so we will learn a lesson from this pandemic. So please put all your energies, your mind, your intelligence and your senses in chanting and receiving Krishna's holy name. So we are going to chant and we are going to hear with the help of our ears, and we will do this 21 times. Vikyat, do you want to do this?
Sure, Mataji. Can I?
Yes. Okay, Vikyat will unmute and chant, and everyone else will chant with Vikyat but with mute on. Okay?
Okay. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Thank you, Vikyat. That was so nice. How did everyone feel after this chanting?
Peaceful.
Good. Yes, Hasini, that's true. And
Nice.
nice. Yes. And
And even chanting helps to go back to Krishna very closer after one day.
very nice. That's true. Right? We have to practice this every day. Not even a day should be gone without chanting. Whatever rounds you are fixed, you can chant that. Okay. And this is like a personal commitment to the Lord. If you're chanting 1 round or 4 rounds or 8 rounds, then you don't leave it up at all at any point of time. When something comes up that you cannot chant on a day, very seriously, you didn't even have time to chant, then you note down that and then make it up the next day. Okay. So yeah, really Krishna's holy names are the relief for all of us. Anyone can try this. That's what Srila Prabhupada said. But if we chant and if our mind thinks something else, then we don't we don't feel the effect of chanting. But if we chant and then we try our maximum to put our mind in chanting, in hearing the mantra, keeping all the other things aside, dedicating ourselves completely to chanting, then we can feel that chanting has transported us somewhere. Do you have anyone felt that?
Mataji.
Yes. Okay. So we are doing what chapter and what is the title of the chapter?
12 in devotional service.
Devotional service.
No service.
Okay. 12.1. Who can say?
Evam Shatata Yuktaye
No, this is with who is saying the sloka? Is it Krishna or Arjuna?
Arjuna.
Yeah. So what you have to say? Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha. Evam Shatata Yuktaye Bhakta Samparipashate Vechapya Aksharam Avyaktam
Tesham ke.
Tesham ke Yogavatamaha.
Okay, good job. Okay, can you tell the translation of this? Oh, my video is off. Let me come once.
Can I say the translate? Like, not say, like, I think, like, just paraphrase it.
Yeah, you can.
I think he's asking Krishna. Arjuna is asking Krishna, which is better, worship of your impersonal form or worship of your personal form?
That's very nice. Yes, Vikyat. We always have to remember the shlokas with the translation, if not word by word, at least we should know what is the meaning of the translation, right? So then only we can apply it. I mean, of course, when we are young, less than 5 years old, when we can't understand, then it's okay to just memorize the shloka. But after that, we have to learn the meaning also, so that we can get the full benefit of the shloka. Okay, thank you, Vikyat. And the second shloka, who wants to say?
Mataji, can I?
Shaurya, I think Shaurya raised his hand. Yes, Shaurya. And after that,
Maya Veshamano Ye Mam Nityayukta Upasate Shraddhaya Paryopetas Te Me Yuktatmana Mata. The Lord said, he whose mind is fixed on my personal form, always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith, is considered by me to be most perfect.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Hasini, do you want to say 12.5?
Yes. क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्ता सक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवर्धिरवाप्यते. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of supreme advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that disciple is always difficult for those who are embodied.
Very good, Hasini. Thank you. So Krishna is saying, after he answered Arjuna's question in 12.2, telling that the personal form of the Lord, worshipping the personal form of the Lord is the best form of worship. And then here 12.5, he's saying that it is the worshipping impersonal form is troublesome, especially for the embodied, means for all of us it's troublesome. Yes, thank you, Hasini. So then, and then he goes on to say 12.8, it is a perfect devotee.
Can I do it? Can I do it?
This is Prahlad.
Can I do it?
Prahlad, and who else is asking? Mishti?
Divyansh.
Okay, Divyansh. Okay, first Divyansh go and then Prahlad go.
Mayeva mana advatsva maye buddham niveshaya nivasisyasi mayeva atta urdvam na samsayaha.
Very good, Divyansh. Very good. What's the meaning?
Should I say the translation?
Yes, please, Divyansh.
Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence into me. Thus you will live in me always, without no doubt.
Very good, Divyansh. Okay, Prahlad, do you want to say?
Which one?
Mayeva mana adatsva.
Mayeva mana adatsva mayi buddhin niveshaya nivasasyahi mayeva ata urdhamna samshaya. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt.
Very good. So Krishna is asking, fix your mind and intelligence on me always, right? So many people can't do that. Can you all fix your mind and intelligence always on Krishna? Always?
Yes. Only pure devotees can.
Yeah. But are we pure devotees?
Nope.
No. No, Mataji.
No way. We're not even devotees.
Who said that?
Mukund.
Good job, Mukund. Yes, we are trying to be devotees. That's right.
To be devotee.
Yes, we are trying to be a devotee and we are to be devotee, right? So since we can fix our mind and intelligence completely on the Lord, Krishna gives a chance. What you can do if you cannot do this? Okay, let's do the shloka 12.9. Ata chittam samadatum. Ata chittam samadatum. Ata chittam samadatum. Na shaknoshi mayi stiram. Na shaknoshi mayi stiram. Na shaknoshi mayi stiram. Abhyasa yogena tato. Abhyasa yogena tato. Mamichaptum dhananjaya. Mamichaptum dhananjaya. Mamichaptum dhananjaya. Ata chittam samadatum. न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम्
न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम्
अभ्यासयोगेन ततो
अभ्यासयोगेन ततो
मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय
मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय
Okay, to fix.
समाधातुं
Na,
Not
not
aptum,
to get.
to get
me,
mom
Mom.
O winner of wealth, Arjuna.
Dhananjaya
If therefore,
atha
then,
तथा
you are able
शक्नोषि
upon me
मयि
by the practice of devotional service
अभ्यासयोगेन
steadily.
स्थिरम्
Okay, what's that one word that we missed?
चित्तम्
Yes, Icha,
Desire.
right.
Ichha desire.
And Chittam is
desire.
mind. Very good. Okay, now let's combine the word for one line and try to see what it is. Ata Chittam Samadhatum.
If therefore to fix the
if
mind.
therefore mind to fix
Okay, Na Shaknoshi Mai Stiram.
Not
you are
You're
not
not able to
able
steadily upon me.
steadily.
Right. So if you're not able to fix your mind upon me steadily, that's the meaning of the first two lines. Abhyasa yogena tato.
then
By the
try
practice of
Then by the
devotional
practice of
service.
devotional service.
Mam ichaptum dhananjaya.
me
O winner
desire
of wealth,
to get
Arjuna,
a winner of wealth, Arjuna.
me to get desire.
Desire to me.
Okay, very good. Okay, translation. Can Mukund read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So, what is the name Arjuna is called here?
Dhananjaya.
What's the meaning of Dhananjaya?
Winner of
Winner
wealth.
of wealth, Arjuna.
Why is he called Dhananjaya?
Because he was
Is he born
powerful
well?
and he could defeat armies and could win wealth.
Sorry?
Because he was powerful and he could defeat armies and win wealth.
Not exactly. Actually,
Because he had won Krishna's heart.
Because
no, he actually collected wealth, but that wealth was collected by him for enabling Yudhishthira to perform the Rajasuya sacrifice, which is very expensive. And Krishna asked him to collect wealth from a northern country where there was a king called Marut. And Marut, he performed the sacrifices and he left a lot of gold. And there was no takers for that gold. In that country, everywhere there was gold. So, Krishna asked him to fetch the wealth, and then he fetched the wealth for his elder brother to do Yajasuya Yajna. So, he's called Dhananjaya. So, if what we cannot do, Krishna is saying in this. Can you say what is Krishna addressing this? If you cannot do this.
If you cannot fix your
If
mind.
you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation.
Yes. So if you cannot fix your, what is deviation?
Deviation means disturbing, like thinking of anything without Krishna consciousness.
Distractions.
Sorry, distractions. Yes. And Krishna Chaitanya, what did you say?
Yeah, without getting distracted.
Without getting distracted, without going into any other place. Then he says, if you cannot do that, then follow the regulative principles of which yoga?
Bhakti Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga.
12th chapter.
Okay, why we have to follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga?
So that will not be deviated from thinking Krishna.
Okay.
A desire for Krishna.
Yes, that's the thing. We will have to, so that we can develop a desire to attain him. Because we don't have a desire to attain Krishna strongly, that's why we are not able to fix our mind upon Krishna without deviation. If we develop a desire that we want to attain Krishna, no matter what, our mind will be on Krishna. So he says, you practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. Do you know what are the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga?
No.
Okay, we will see that. So doing that, he's saying, develop the desire to attain me. Okay. Hasini, can you read the slide?
Yes. But by the practice of Bhakti Yoga, these senses can become purified, and in the purified state, they become directly in contact with the Supreme Lord. In this material existence, I may be engaged in some service to some master, but I don't really loving serve my master. I simply serve to get some money. And the master also is not in love. He takes service from me and pays me. So there is no question of love. But for spiritual life, one must be elevated to the pure stage of love. That stage of love can be achieved by the practice of devotional service performed with present senses. Bhakti Yoga is the purification of the senses.
Okay, thank you, Hasini. So my question is, devotional service can be practiced through what?
Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah.
By serving Krishna. Bhakti Yoga. Purification of the senses.
Yeah, so devotional service should be performed with
Love.
Pure love towards Krishna.
yes, okay, but with pure love is that's the from the heart. But how will you practically do that?
By being happy about doing it.
No, that
by
is
purification of the senses.
Yes, by present senses. That's a starting point. How can you name the senses that you have? All of us have.
Eyes, nose, ears, mind, tongue,
mind intelligence.
Okay, so the 5 senses are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, right? So how can you perform service with each of them? How
By
can
the
the
eyes
eyes?
you can look at the darshan of Krishna.
With mind, we can look at the deities, and with nose, we can smell prasadam, and with tongue, we can eat prasadam, and with mind, we can think of Krishna.
Okay,
And
thank
with
you.
ears, we can hear about his Leela's lectures, and with skin, don't know.
Okay, thank you, Hasini.
With skin we can serve.
He says that you can look at the form of the deity. Then what else you can do with the eyes?
Read books.
Exactly, Vikyat. That's right, right? Without eyes, how can we read Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
Right? So we need to engage the eyes in reading about Krishna and also in looking at the form of the Lord and then seeing and observing how the other devotees are serving the Lord. Okay, with ears, she said
Hearing
about
lectures.
When we hear Krishna Kathamrita,
Hearing the holy name.
exactly, hearing about Krishna and hearing the holy name of the Lord. So how can you hear the holy name of the Lord? Always.
By chanting it.
Yes. Perfect, Vikyan. So when we chant, what are we supposed to do?
Only think.
Hear it.
We're supposed to chant loudly.
And we have to hear it, right? Okay. So that way, ears is, you can hear about the Lord, you can hear his holy name. That's how you can use it. And tongue. You said about chant. Okay?
You can chant with the tongue.
Chant and honor prasadam.
Yes, chant and honor prasadam. And okay, and skin. Eyes, ears is over, nose. Yeah, sorry. We'll
We
come.
can touch the feet of Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do deity service with our touching.
Very good, Krishna Chaitanya. We can do deity service and also cooking for everything. We can cut the vegetables,
Cooking.
make garlands, to go and buy things, to hold something. So without hands, so that way we can use our hands in working, the sense of touch in doing things that can be offered to the deity.
We can also do Pada Sevana, because even if when we do parikrama, or if we go to the temple, or if we offer something to Krishna, all the steps we take to do anything for Krishna, that's also Pada Sevana.
Very good. Yes, parikrama. Very nice point. Yes. And yeah, nose. How do we engage our nose?
Smell flowers that are offered to Krishna.
Very good. Smell the flowers and
Smell
Food,
prasad.
prasadam.
smell the prasadam, and one more thing is there.
What we can
Smelling tulsi leaves.
Okay. And one more thing.
smelling the flowers.
And that's already covered. What do we start the aarti with?
Incense.
Incense. Yes. Incense we are offering to Krishna for good smell, right?
Yes.
So that way we can smell the incense that's offered to the Lord, and that way we can engage our senses. So, I mean, there are two things. One is engaging our senses in the service of the Lord, and there is also don'ts of senses. That's something that we should not do. What we should not do with the eyes?
We should
Watch
not
movies.
see bad.
Looking at non-Krishna conscious things.
Yes.
Yes.
The movies and other pictures and other things that is not approved by the Lord.
Other movies.
Right? Okay. Means that which will agitate the senses. You don't look at them. Even if there's an opportunity, Krishna is watching you from within. Krishna will see you. What are you doing? Whether you're clicking on that and looking at it, or you're closing the tab down. So we don't use our eyes to see some things that is bad. Okay. What do we don't use our ears?
To hear
Worldly
Not
music.
hearing about non-Krishna consciousness things.
Yes.
Music.
Hearing
Yes.
worldly music.
Criticization of the other devotees.
What did you say, Kanchan?
Criticization of other devotees.
Wonderful, Kanchan. That's very good answer. Yes. If someone is saying about somebody, that's what His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj said about Pankajangri Prabhu and Jananivas Prabhu. And if they're standing and talking with someone and someone is starting to tell something bad about a devotee, they will walk away from there. You cannot find them there.
and also not listening to gossips.
Yes, not talking gossips and not listening to them. That's very important, because that will make the mind very disturbed, and with a disturbed mind, we cannot chant the holy name of the Lord, how much ever we try. So we need to be careful not to hear unfavorable things. Okay. What should we not do with the tongue?
Tasting non-veg.
Unprasad.
Tasting unapproved foods like meat.
Criticize other people.
Very good. Tasting inappropriate foods like meat and stuff that cannot be offered to the Lord, and criticize other devotees. That's true. So we don't do that with the tongue. Okay. And then smell. What we don't do that.
We don't smell flowers before they are offered to Krishna's lotus feet.
Wonderful, Mukund.
Smell
Wonderful.
meat.
Yes. Before Krishna eats, we don't smell the food, and we don't smell the flowers before Krishna smells. Once we were walking, Mukunda Datta Prabhu was there in our yatra, and then when we were walking around the community, there was a beautiful flower, and he picked the flower and he asked me, "Have you smelled this flower?" I said no, and I was about to smell. Immediately he took the flower and offered it to Sun God, who was there. It was morning around 8 o'clock, and he offered it to Sun God, and then he gave it to me to smell. So that may be not a Krishna picture, but that's how we see Krishna, right? Krishna says, "I'm the splendor of the sun. The splendor of the sun comes from me." So he offered it to the Lord like that. So that is the consciousness of a devotee, not to do anything with the senses that are not offered to Krishna.
Mataji, but sometimes we have to smell the incense before, like, we actually offer it to the deity. So what do we do?
Why we have to smell? We should, even when as soon as the incense is lit, you start offering. So when you start offering, it's already accepted by the Lord. Then when it comes, it's already prasadam.
Okay, Mataji.
Right? Okay. So you see, in this material world, like what Srila Prabhupada is saying, there is a master and the servant serves the master, and the master pays the money. But if the master is not paying the money, the servant is not interested to serve them. So I put this, I don't know if we have time. This is a funny story.
Always be
We should
faithful and
always be
truthful,
loyal.
and always be loyal and tell the truth.
Yes, and this is an example of servitorship in the material world, right? Material world is you be a servant and then you get rewarded.
Mataji, can you send that link in the chat?
Okay. You want to see that story again, Moksha?
Yes.
Okay. You see, that is what Prabhupada says here. In the material world, there is a master, and the master pays the servant, and then the servant does service. I mean, if he's loyal, then he's rewarded. If he's not loyal, then he's not even fit to be a servant in the material world, right? But there is no love in that, you see, because he did something, the master rewarded him. There is no love in the master-servant relationship. Even if it's a perfect one, there is no love in that. But if you see with, this is to come next. If you see the master and servant relationship between Lord Krishna and the demigods, who are none other than the servant of the Lord, they are doing service to the Lord, right? They are taking care of this universe as a service to the Lord. And sometimes Krishna uses them to teach us a lesson. Krishna humbled Indra. Krishna first instigated Indra by stopping his sacrifice, and then Indra showered his rains. Then Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, and then when Krishna came back, Krishna humbled Indra, and he's showing us that even if a little pride in Indra would cause a fall down, what about us? Same way, Brahma wanted to test if really Krishna is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he wanted to trick Krishna, but Krishna tricked back Brahma. But except for stray incidences like this, they are all servants of the Lord, taking care of this universe as an offering to the Lord. But here we see Krishna and Arjuna. Arjuna surrendered to Krishna as his master, And Krishna took full responsibility for Arjuna. Krishna explained to him on the battlefield in the Bhagavad Gita, and he answered all his questions, and he did not. Although Arjuna said that, Krishna, you're my master, Krishna didn't say that now you fight. He didn't order. Many times in the Bhagavad Gita, he said, stand up, and Arjuna, and fight, because you asked this question and I answered this question. Then finally he told Arjuna, now you can choose what you want to do. And then Arjuna said, whatever you say, I will do. So such is the relationship of pure love between Krishna and the devotees. Here we see again in the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, same thing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Sanatan and Rupa Goswami. Where did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meet Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami? And okay, when he met them, what were they? Anybody knows?
No.
Okay, they were all government ministers. You know, they were all originally they were born in pious Brahmana families, and they were extremely intelligent. And the Muslim king, he told them that if you don't come and serve me, use your intelligence in my service, then I will kill so many Brahmanas and everybody I will kill, and you will be responsible for that. So they said, okay, we will, in order to stop that, they wanted to serve the king, and one was a prime minister, one was a finance minister, and they had so much amount of wealth. You can imagine, prime minister and finance minister in those days is not like now. They had, when Rupa Goswami left to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he literally had a boat filled with gold coins. A boat filled with gold coins. After he, gave it to everyone, that much was their wealth. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met them at their place called Ramakeli, and then he instructed them immediately, they both gave up their posts. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not pay them. In fact, they were great ministers, but they gave up their post. Rupa Goswami said, I am going. And then he went away. And Sanatana Goswami also said, sick leave to the Nawab Hussain Shah. And he started reading Bhagavatam. And the king sent men to find out why Sanatana Goswami really sick. He was called Sakara Malik. The Muslim king changed their names also, Dhabir Khas and Sakara Malik. Let's see if Sakara Malik is really sick. But he was not sick. He was reading Bhagavatam. So the king put him in the jail. And Rupa Goswami sent message that I have kept some gold coins with a village banker. You can use that and escape. And Sanatana Goswami escaped, and he traveled through the forest to avoid being caught. And he had so much sores on his body, and he hadn't eaten or drunk even water for so many days. He came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to serve. If not for Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, we wouldn't be knowing about Krishna. They wrote so much literatures. They found out where Krishna performed pastimes in Vrindavan. This is Krishna's birthplace. This is where he lifted the Govardhan hill. This was Radha Kunda. And they erected temples. So when at that time, Vrindavan was not like, there was almost, people have forgotten. None of the place of Vrindavan was even known to people. So you see, this is a real service with complete love. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also giving them his blessings and giving himself to them. And there is another servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's Govinda, who used to massage Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. And there's a story, but I think I'm getting late. So we will see it another day. And there is another Ramananda Rai. He was also a governor of Madras province. And he gave up his governorship, and he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, where he was residing in Puri, to do devotional service. So they were not paid. See, the servant and the master relationship with spiritual purpose is so pure, is so satisfying. If it was not so satisfying, then why would Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami give up tons of gold coins, right? So this was more palatable. Okay, so let's see how to practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. Who wants to read this?
Can I read this, Mataji?
This is Prahalad.
Can Mishti read it?
This is Divyansh.
Okay.
Can I read it?
Okay,
Mishti,
Divyansh, you read first two, then Mishti the second two, and Prahalad the last three.
To practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, one should, under the guidance of an expert spiritual master, follow certain principles. One should rise early in the morning.
Thank you, Divyansh.
Take bath, enter the temple, and offer prayers and chant Hare Krishna, then collect flowers to offer to the deity.
Thank you. Prahalad?
Yes, Mataji. Cook foodstuffs to offer to the deity, take prasadam, and so on. There are various rules and regulations which one should follow, and one should constantly hear Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees.
Yeah, you see, all these are regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. So if we do all this with a desire to attain Krishna, then we will be able to fix our mind on Krishna, as he said in text 8, right? Are you doing all this? Rise early in the morning, take bath, enter the temple, can be the temple room in your house where there are deities, and then you offer prayers, first obeisances to the Lord, and then glorify the Lord. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate. Then you chant Hare Krishna, then you offer flowers to the deity. Then if your mom has cooked, you help in cooking. Because Krishna is ultimately eating. And who will get this opportunity? In this world, you see how many people's house Krishna is there as a deity. The percentage is very less. So, and then whatever you're offering, Krishna is personally accepting. So if you cut the vegetables, if you put the dishes from the dishwasher back, if you help clean the kitchen, sweep the kitchen floor, mop the kitchen, if you can, peel the fruits, cut it and offer, you're getting the greatest chance to offer to Krishna something directly. So if we follow all this and also constantly hear Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees, then these are all the regulative principles, and then we can attain Krishna. Is that okay?
Yes,
Ready for Kahoot?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, let me see.
Game pen.
Yeah. I don't know why it's... So the game pin is 4487468. Mukund, Kanchan, Shaurya, Aditya K, Aditya R, Shridi.
Really?
Oh, there are 2 Shauryas.
Are you serious?
There's 3 Shauryas,
There's
the noble
3.
one, and
Are
then
you
2
serious?
imposters. I think
Shaurya
that red is sauce. Red
0,
is
Shaurya
sauce.
3.0.
Please. My goodness, I'm not going to be surprised if there's a Shaurya.
Guys, rejoin and join is Shaurya 4.0.
No, please don't.
Okay,
No.
are you all done? Have you all joined?
Yes, Mataji.
Anybody
You
else?
do realize you just give me 3 chances on this.
What?
I didn't log in, Mataji.
No, it's not for you, Moksha. This is for 10 and above kids. Okay, Moksha?
Mataji, can you turn off computer sound? The sound is getting kind of annoying.
No, Mataji, there's a sound icon.
Loud? Then turn down the volume on your side.
Why are
Okay.
you 3
Is
Shaurya?
it down now? Is it okay?
Mataji, can you start?
Let's
Yeah,
just start.
okay,
I
we'll
think
start because we are
everybody's
getting late.
Mataji.
Yeah.
First question is a multi-select. Complete the shloka. Mayeva mana. Oh my God. I put the ad.
Mataji, you're frozen.
What do we put for this question? It looks like there's the entire shloka there.
It's pretty simple. If you don't get it, then I'll be so disappointed. What? What?
Say,
What?
This doesn't make sense.
no, it was.
Mataji,
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
you're freezing up for me.
It didn't even make sense to me.
No,
I
Wait. This was by mistake. I was supposed to delete the from Nivasishyasti in the question. I didn't delete it. So you only got the
Can you close it and retake the Kahoot? Because it gives an unfair
It's just one
advantage.
question, guys. It's just one question.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It was my mistake. I forgot to erase the question I was doing in the last minute. In this shloka, Krishna has
It's Bharata. It's Bharata. Click Bharata, please. Click Bharata. No.
I misclicked it.
I'm in 10th place.
Wow, Kanchan, Srinidhi, Krishna Chinta, Shaurya 2.0.
Congratulations.
You've literally given me 3 chances at this.
If we cannot fix our minor Krishna,
It's offer the results of work. Offer the results of work. Click on that. Click on that. I guarantee you'll be right. Yes.
follow
Yes.
the
My God.
regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. That's the translation, right? Kanchan has the highest IQ. Good job, Kanchan. Okay.
Streak is 1.
4th question. Bhakti Yoga is the right one.
It's a Dhyana Yoga. It's a Dhyana Yoga. Click on that.
Oh,
I know it's Dhyana Yoga. Trust me on this. I'm giving out free answers.
you are right, Divya. Look at it.
Yeah, look at it. See, I told you I was correct.
Aditya Yar has climbed up to place 2. Okay. Let's see. True or false? In the material world, the servant serves the master. No, I should have put 10. False.
No, it's true.
Very
Yes,
true.
people fail.
Okay, good job. The scoreboard didn't change it.
Whoa, that's high streaks.
Pick the odd person out.
Ramachandra Goswami.
Who's that?
I got that wrong.
It's reverse psychology.
You want to criticize Madhavendra Puri?
Yeah, that's Ramachandra Puri. Yeah, but there is no person I have heard of Ramachandra Goswami, so I just made it up. But then we saw that Sanatana Goswami, Ramananda Rai, or Govinda were servants of Lord Chaitanya. Kanchan is still holding the first place. Aditya Rajiv is catching up so fast. Okay, so let's see the next question, 7th one. One should practice Bhakti Yoga under the direction of
It's bona fide spiritual master. I know it is.
Good answer.
More
right.
reverse psychology.
Bona right. Good job, everyone. Shaurya is back with the answer streak of 3. Whether this is real Shaurya, I don't know. By following the regulative principles of yoga,
We become famous as a devotee.
We should develop a desire to attain Krishna.
that's great.
Everyone got it right.
None chose the wrong answer. I'm so impressed. All the 12 are the right answers. That's very good. Srinidhi R has the highest answer streak of 8. Good job. So 9th question, pick the odd one out.
It's to enter the temple. Click on that. Enter the temple.
Nityan, she pick away all the answers and all 12 of you are right. That's great. Entering the temple without a bath. Aditya, you surpassed Kanchan. Just
All Shauryas are off the board.
yes.
I'm in 9th place.
The last question, one should hear Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad from
More likes in Facebook.
There's more likes on Facebook.
I can't imagine all the 12 are right. I cannot imagine. This is an awesome class. The third one place goes to Srinidhi. Second place goes to Kanchan. The first one to Aditya Rajiv. The last 2 questions Aditya came. Ranga Sarva, Krishna Chinta, and Vikya.
Who was Shaurya 2.0 and Shaurya 3.0?
Show the report. Show the report.
The Shaurya didn't come on the leaderboard.
We want to see how the 3 Shauryas did.
It didn't come on the first 5.
Who's the Shaurya 2.0?
Who's the 3.0?
I don't know. Who's the 2.0?
Oh my goodness.
The computer
Next time, everybody name yourself Shaurya and then add a number.
No, don't do that. Can we do another Kahoot, Mataji?
Shaurya 2.0, 3.0.
Yeah, and then the real Shaurya just bailed.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is either the honor of fame or the honor. It's the role of honor or the role of shame.
See, I'm so surprised. You see, Aditya is 90% and Kanchan is 100, 100, and 100, but they are ranked 2, 3.
It's
lower.
That's because Aditya
I'm answered faster.
I know.
Aditya are probably just like click the fast.
Right. He's the fastest clicker. Okay. Thank you all very much, dear devotees. Please continue to chant every day, praying for everyone in this world and praying for the people who are suffering. We don't know what is due to us, but continue your chanting, okay? How many of you will chant every day? At least some mantras.
every day.
Good job, Vikyat. Thank
Every
you.
day chant 16 rounds.
Hasini, do you chant 16 rounds every day?
Like only on festivals, but every day I'll chant 8 rounds.
Wonderful, Hasini. Very good.
Every day I chant 10 rounds. On festival 16 or more.
10 rounds, Mukund. That's amazing, Mukund. That's amazing. Okay, thank you all very much for joining. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
I
Vaksha
chant still
kalpatarubhyascha
Sindhubhya eva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo
Namo
namah.
Namah.
ki jai.
Bye.
Prabhupada ki jai, Lalitangi Mataji ki
Krishna,
jai.
Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna. Closing the call, Mataji.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji.